when we look at the people around us, our peers, our friends, our family, what do we see? The first thing we do is we compare ourselves, because we're very self-centered and we like to look at ourselves a lot, especially in other people. And one of the first things I like to do, or I don't like to do, I do, is that I look at them and I'm like, oh God, she's pretty. Oh God, she's prettier than me. Oh God, why am I not muscular? Why am I weak? Why is he so funny? How can he stand up in front of everyone else when I can't? When we look at others, sometimes we see the deficiency in ourselves. But what we really should be seeing are the possibilities we can be channeling. And it's not that hard. Though it sounds really hard, because it's changing the mindset of at least me, 18 years alive, and I'm still comparing myself. But maybe you and I can change with a few simple steps. The first time is draft day. You pick what you want. You're in decision, you're in charge, and you gotta get those Seattle Seahawks, whatever, I don't understand football, but you gotta get what you want at any cost, and that means picking it. So I could sit at someone in this room, and I could say, God, oh, Jess is just so, she just speaks so intellectually, because sometimes I don't think when I speak, and I sound so dumb. Or when I look at someone, I'm like, oh God, they're so funny. Like, why are the people on Friends so funny? And why am I, like, not funny? I pick what I want, and I don't see it in myself, but I know I know it, and so I stick with it. And I just drafted them, but that's before the real process gets in. We're going to get into the penny pinchers. Now, the penny pinchers are the type at the time when we're going to pick at them. Not in like, she doesn't look like that, The idea of the penny pincher is you see what you want and you're starting to pick at it. So why would this person be motivated by that? So I'll look at, it's the same as analyzing a person or like a novel. You're looking at it and you're like, okay, but what do you mean by that? But what do you mean by that? And why would this thing? If you're funny, how did you get funny? What did your origin from? But what makes you laugh? Is it physical humor? Is it is it just that you're nervous and that you just kind of talk? What is it that makes you tick? What is it that makes them so special? What is it about that trait that they have that they just seem to embody that in the idea of comedy, that idea of love, that idea of just confidence? Wow. How it's when you grab it out of them and you see it. Now this is the embarrassing part. The pep talk. Because this is about you getting humiliated and being okay with it. You're going to look in that mirror and you're going to be like, I would like to channel the inner Shakespearean man, because he was a drunkard, sure, and he was mean, and 12th night, but you know what? He really knew how to laugh at himself. So maybe I'll go to myself, either is not, is cannot be. And I will say something dumb, and I will make a fool of myself, and I will stand in the front of the mirror, and I will laugh at myself, and I will keep going, because I'm pepping myself up. I see this trait, I see this confidence, I see this humor, and I want to be it. And so I become them at the most extreme level. And that's what you're supposed to do. You make it extreme. You make it exuberant. You make it too large for life. And then once we figure out what that is, we get to the prescription. Because in clinical trials, we have the people who take the placebo, we have the people who take 1 milligram, and we have the people who overdose. Because we give them like 50 shots of caffeine or something like that. That's dangerous. We don't give ourselves 50 shots of caffeine before we have a presentation. Why? Because we pass out or we pee on ourselves. And both are not likely to happen, hopefully now. But the thing is, you take that prescription and you've got to tone it down. You have to make it a little bit more normal, because if not, people will think you're certifiable. And you take that trait that you saw in someone and it becomes a part of you. And that sometimes is just a small thing. So sometimes you will use it in an everyday lingo, like, oh, I don't know about that, you wouldn't say that usually, I don't know about that, it's so dumb, whatever, but you'd be like, whatever, you tone it down, you make it your own, you take that identity from someone else and it becomes part of who you are, and at first it was theirs, but now it's yours, and you make it your own, and all you have to do is imagine it. Thank you.